When last we left our hunters, they were engaged in battle with the ferocious beast, Technical Difficulties. It was a long and hard-fought battle, but they have triumphed and have returned to bring you the rest of the episode.
Yay! Woo! We're back!
Yeah, we are back. And we are going to start where we left off with a question from Nyanracuga.
Nyanracuga!
And it's actually 2 questions. And we are also going to be putting up a quest here that we didn't actually do last time, but hey, it's fun and challenging, and we hear Dave hasn't done it, so we're doing it.
Hey,
yeah.
And I fainted with theory on this quest on the live stream.
Hooray!
I've never actually seen it because I think the last time I borrowed the Wii U, I super binged on Monster Hunters, and when I gave the Wii U back, a bunch of new DLC quests were released. And I was like, I don't want to play that now. I'll get back to it later.
You know, you can download those on the 3DS, yeah?
Yeah. The point was not that I lack the ability, I lack the motivation. So, I heard it is 2 Plesioths, so that's like 2 too many.
They're
it's like
on
3
land.
too many. Oh, are they?
They are.
Oh, I don't know why people complain about
that. And green Plesioth is meant to be tougher on land, so... yeah. Anyway, let's get off on this quest. So our question from Nyanracuga here, it's actually Nyanracuga's 3rd question. What's in a name? Basically, where did you get your name from?
Ah, yes. So this character is called Amphiria, which is just because I have never made a girl character before, and I didn't have an established... Oh my god, look at the size of that place!
I know, right? the tiny one is the best, because he'll go on, long romantic walks across the entire arena. He just goes on strolls.
Oh my god.
Because he's on his tiny legs and he always has to go to where we were instead of where we are.
I'm just running. Oh, look at him, he's like a chicken. I'm sorry, I completely forgot to answer the question or to attack the monsters. Oh man. Okay, well, are we killing the big one or the little one?
The big one. Killing the little one is the coward's way out. Okay,
I wouldn't want to, kill a child. We'll just make it an orphan. Call it a day. Orphans are not fun. This just in, Judge hates, Rock hates orphans. Oh wow!
Right. Yeah,
oh my God.
Big one has damage scaled up to match his size.
Okay, yeah. He also has hip check scaled sideways to match reality. Sorry, the question. So I don't have go-to names for girl characters because I usually make guy characters. But I didn't want to make.
Oh God, he's coming! I don't think we're gonna get any questions actually answered in this quest.
This quest is too hilarious for the show. Oh wow! Oh, okay.
Big one's in a trap. Oh, careful with that little dude.
Alright, so you don't have go-to names for girl characters.
It's true. I don't have go-to names for girl characters. So I just was in a chat room at the time I was making my Monster Hunter character, and I just asked in the chat room, name some girl names. And someone said Amy, someone said Maya, and someone said Fairy. So I just squashed the 3 together, and I got on Fairy. It doesn't have any meaning beyond that.
I'm gonna die!
Wow! And my form handle, DeadeyeDave, that comes from when I was younger. I was an arcade rat back before arcades died, and I used to play a lot of light gun shooting games. So House of the Dead 1 and 2, The Time Crises, Virtua Cop, Point Blank was always good fun. And I remember one day I was playing House of the Dead 2. And I beat it on 1 credit, as I was able to do, because I got pretty good at those. And there was a guy watching me who watched me for the entire duration of my play. And after I was done, he just kind of looks at me and says, "Hey kid, what's your name?" And I said, "Dave." And he goes, "You're some Deadeye, Dave." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, strange man." And then later that evening, I had to make I think it was a Yahoo Mail account. And all the variants of my real name and my surname were taken. So I tried typing in DeadeyeDave, and I was able to get that. So that's the reason why I have that really terrible internet forum handle.
And thus a legend was born.
Yes. Unfortunately, I am not the only DeadeyeDave. There is, like, you know, figuratively millions of us. Because it was the name of a character in the Secret of Monkey Island games, which I didn't know. And also, it is the name of choice for any, like, firearms fanatics on YouTube. So if you look that up, you're gonna find a lot of like gun tutorials. That's not me. And my least favorite DeadeyeDave is definitely the DeadeyeDave on fanfiction.net, because he is also not me, but he writes a lot of erotic Zelda fanfiction, and that is the number one person I get mistaken for, and I'm like, no, I swear that's not me. That's not what I do. So yeah, Secret of Monkey Island, crazy gun people, and crazy video game self-insert porn fiction. So yeah, that's what's in a name. There's some stuff there.
All right. And I'd just like to point out we went from a trap to a para. That was excellent.
Life powder! Don't die, everybody!
Nice, thank you. Oh man. Oh, here he comes.
Ah.
Life powder again. Stay with us, Red. Don't go towards the light.
Don't go towards the light.
The light has never been anything but blinding to me.
Oh yeah, so for this quest as well, I wore the glacial like Nectar armor, because that was the armor I assumed I would end up in, like by the end of the game, and it looked to me exactly like the regular Nectar armor, which is what I wore for most of Try. But little did I know that Honed Blade was in this game, so just like all of my sets became Honed Blade mixes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Nice.
Judge. Ooh.
Okay, I'm going.
I like how the little one is trapped. That shock is way too big for him.
He's also been there for a while.
Yeah, he stayed in there good and long because he was tired when he went in.
Nice.
He looked like a character powering up in Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Like
he's coming towards me. Ah.
the scenery around him was all electrified.
Oh yeah.
This is the longest I've ever been in this quest.
Don't die, Judge. We got this. Double done, Lance.
Anyway, next
Last.
question from Nyanracuga. As I've heard that you come from Ireland, what is your opinion on your close Celtic brethren, the Scottish, perhaps becoming an independent country, if you have one?
Yeah, this is, I don't think there's any way I can give an interesting answer to a question about politics, but I know a lot of the consequences of what that action would entail, but I don't necessarily know why the Scottish want to become independent, because like as far as I'm aware, if you become independent, that puts a lot more responsibilities like on your own country. So that would say to me that the Scottish people have like a tremendous faith in their politicians, which is kind of a sentiment I am unfamiliar with, and I think a lot of like people today generally are. The only two things I know about it is that they may not be allowed to stay within the European Union, because they'd be splitting from a member state, and they will not be allowed to keep the sterling, which is like the world's most powerful currency. So I don't know why they would want to do it, but it seems like if they do, they're going to make stuff harder for them. And yeah, like, good luck to them, but I don't understand their rationale.
All right. And that is it from Nyanracuga. So this next one we're going to have way too much fun with on this quest. It's from Rob. Oh god. Don't come any closer, little one. No!
No!
What happened?
He ate my trap.
Oh, I have two traps as well if we need.
Yeah, I've got combines for two more. Anyway, from Rob, we've got the question. What is your favorite monster roar, and for bonus points, can you do an impression of it?
Oh man, this is why I am sad that we lost the original recording. Because let me just, because we can basically say whatever we want, that I had a mastery of every monster roar in the game, and I could do pitch perfect, but in the intervening week and a half, I lost the ability to do any of them.
I know, so did I.
So,
like,
I mean, that...
We could have practiced for this and stayed stayed
Yeah,
up
that one.
good, but
I think we did it for like 7 hours, and we each just did every monster, but it was fantastic.
Especially my ones.
Yes. Would you mind repeating that one, Judge? Give us a little slice of brilliance.
Here's my impression of Jin.
Nice, Dad. Oh, here I'll try and imitate the Great Jaggy. Oh, I'm horrible at it.
and then there's Baggy who's all like,
Oh man.
Your Baggy and Judge's Jen Moran sound surprisingly similar.
Oh my gosh!
well, what is Jen Moran if not a giant
heal,
Baggy?
heal. Woo! I made it. Sorry. All right. Sorry, guys. Keep going.
Oh.
So, Dave, what is your favorite monster roar?
I guess what is good. I quite like Ignactor, because he's like click 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 click. or
roar.
I like Goebel's one too, where he goes flash.
That's not a roar either. You're picking all the wrong things.
Why
Besides,
you?
Agnactor's roar is more of a screech. It's like, whee! But
Yeah.
less obnoxious and grating on the ears. I'm sorry, everyone. And Gobbles is more of like a.
Does Gobble have a roar?
He doesn't have a roar, but he's got those noises he makes.
Like, yeah, flash.
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 Is 100% scientifically accurate.
Oh man, that was a good run, guys. That was really funny.
It was. We, felt like we were going somewhere, but we were probably completely wrong.
Yeah, like,
I
within the
blame some people on the forums that we not name right now.
within the parameters of failure, that was definitely a run.
It sure was.
Did you guys have any requests lined up, or did you want to try that again?
I think we should probably do something else just to keep things varied.
Varied indeed.
Oh my.
What do you guys feel like? What about you, Dave? You're the guest. Why don't you pick a quest for us, Dave?
Well, if we enjoy not succeeding, would you guys like to do a super monster?
Sure, let's
do that.
No,
Do
we're
that.
not, because the last one wasn't so bad.
And we are back from that quest, and we wanted to do something easy after that failure, so we've put up clashing fists here.
Clashing fists, people. Woo!
So we would like to thank Rob for making us make silly noises. And
Yes.
we are-
Thank you, Rob. Thank
we
you.
are
Thanks,
now
Rob.
Moving on to Everly. First
Everly.
question from Everly. Is there any item you are farming a particular monster for that stands out in your mind as being very hard to get?
In this game, not so much, but in Monster Hunter Tri, it was absolutely the Global Lantern Plus. I must have done 40 or 50 quests trying to get 2 of those, and I got 1, and then I just quit because I knew the servers were shutting down, and I just didn't want it that badly. So I never got as many Global Lantern Pluses as I needed, and I never will. So that's an eternal item failure right there.
Hooray! Eternal failure.
Oh, and I hear these Crowns of Glory are tricky to get.
Ah, yes. I have yet
just
to
a
finish this
tad.
quest, but I've only double carded in it once, so it's not my fault. Everyone else sucks.
Oh.
And I
Right.
suppose whatever the
Watch
Hades
me
skull.
triple cart now.
I've never gotten a Hades skull from Super Stygian by myself, so that's a hard one to get. I've tried that one a lot too. You know, oddly he doesn't
when are
drop
you
them
gonna
when I
get 'em?
die.
When are you gonna get some Crowns of Glory solo?
That's next on my list. I didn't want to dilute my training, so I just did. I don't think I've actually attempted this guy solo. I was just training all Stygian all the time. No waiting.
Hey guys, we should all like leave the area with the Bracky and have him do a solo for like 10 minutes. I'm sure that would make for fantastic and totally watchable footage.
I'm like, oh guys,
wait.
it's
What
a
do you want
space
to do?
cruiser. The space cruiser's shooting.
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, I need to watch Bracky and also read this question. Question
It's
number
like,
2.
He's licking himself. He's like a big kitten.
Yep. Okay, question number 2. If Monster Hunter 4 lets us post images to Miiverse, what monster do you want to post a picture of having defeated?
All of them.
All right.
Every single one, especially the hard ones.
Especially the ones you don't even know are in the game, which is most
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
And I'm going to spoil you starting now.
You spoiled
The game
me
has
starting a couple of
Aptonoth.
weeks ago. No, not Aptonoth. He's my favorite.
It has Slagtop. It has Rathalos.
Maybe if nobody talks, I will think disconnected from the couple. Life better.
Yeah, I'll stop now. All right. Question number 3. Have you seen a difference online between Tri and 3U with the European and North American servers being merged?
Yeah, now I can play with Americans.
Like us!
Yeah.
Yes. And the one Canadian who we have.
Woo!
But he said EU and North American, so that still covers Judge.
Yeah.
He is a Norte Americano.
See.
I am not. You know.
It also allows me to play at like more silly times when I should be a responsible adult and know better. So that's good, you know. It's not like I need
Responsibility,
sleep.
What's that? I hear there's a song about that.
Whoa.
That was pain.
Watch out, guys.
in my
Watch out,
face.
guys. Healing. Healing.
No, Bracky, no. No, Bracky,
Oh, should I heal again? We're good.
Nah, I'm safe. I have safely left the area.
Thanks for the heal.
Brave
No
Sir
problem.
Redmond bravely turns his tail and runs away. Where did Bracky go?
He
I
went
don't see a
this way.
Bracky. Is it underground?
No.
Actually, that was a pretty scary moment that Monster Hunter tried for me as well when I found out that Devil Joes could be beneath you.
Yeah. I've had a Devil Joe spawn directly underneath me, and them burrowing up actually hurts you. That
Yes.
wow, that is special. All right. Well, that was all we had from Everly.
Thanks,
Thanks, Everly.
Now it is time for Caramon, who seems to have abducted the 2 questions that Everly didn't use.
What?
Everly posted 3 questions of the 5 limit we set. Caramon posted
Oh.
7.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Caramon is my favorite Digimon, though.
Ow, ow,
Ah.
ow, ow.
Well, judging by the forum icon, Caramon is actually a salmon.
Yes.
Mmm.
Or maybe
delicious.
a trout. Oh, hi, Bracky. That was... All
Thanks for
right.
exploding those on yourself.
Question number 1 from Caramon. What keeps you coming back to this amazing... Rock, why would you put bombs under the tail? I hate you.
He was gonna leave the trap too, no, man.
But you put it under the tail.
Oh my god.
I got your rock. I got your rock. Let me know if you need another.
So
I'm
he's
good.
not enraged right now. Let's leave him alone. I'm putting down another trap.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
we can enrage him immediately. That works.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I felt like it's too easy if he's calm.
Yeah, that's fine. No bombs under the tail this time.
Okay.
Sorry, the question is, what keeps me coming back?
Yeah, what keeps you coming back?
I think this is kind of when my memory starts to fail, because I can't remember if I answered this in the first 2 parts, or... Uh-oh. 1 second. Right,
Well,
okay, I'm
you
safe.
can answer it anew.
Anew. Ooh.
It's always going to be the challenge. I like how this game can, as you see in front of you, scale up pretty significantly in difficulty. And even if the developers don't do stuff like putting in ridiculously high damage, high health monsters, you can always make the game more challenging for yourself by just going outside of your comfort zone. So just, if there's a monster that you have...
comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Parrot
I
him
like
when his
the
tail is
parrot.
over lava.
I like the para.
You
Yeah.
guys hate me, don't you?
I guess I do.
I can't even reach that.
So we're agreed that if this guy dies and the tail is still on, 3 of us win and red fails.
Don't
Oh,
you dare.
If red gets the tail off, red wins and the rest of us fail.
healing, everyone. Boom.
I am also
Yay.
healing.
Oh, hi, Bracky. Alright, so it's the challenge that keeps you coming back.
Yes, and I
Trying to
would,
keep red from cutting tails.
I would encourage people to try and make the game challenging for themselves. So, like,
And apparently
just,
challenging for red, too.
yes. Just occasionally when you're playing, just take a weapon that you're not very good with and try and use it in a quest. And if you're not sure what other weapons you want to get into, go and try the arenas. They have a pretty good selection and a good amount of armors. And you might find that a weapon you don't know how to use, you actually prefer for a monster you used to have difficulty with. Like, I never especially liked fighting Rathalos with a lance. But once I got more into using the hammer and the greatsword, like, those weapons are really good against Rathalos and Rathian.
Who's out
and-
of rage again?
I have
And
a
they're
pit
also the weapons also have like immunity to wind, so that gets around the wing flaps that annoyed me so much when I was using a lance. So just pop out of your comfort zone every now and again, and hop into clashing fists.
Clashing fists.
Alright. Question number 2. Can this game ever be truly completed? How close are you?
No, this game can never be truly completed, and I'm about 80% of the way to truly completing it. I would say.
Alright, sounds good.
Nice.
Question number 3. You're sitting in the boardroom of Capcom, and the lead manager of Monster Hunter points at you and asks, how do we make this game more popular in Europe and North America?
Europe and North America. That's a good question, actually. One thing I know I spoke about a lot, and that did survive, was tutorials.
Yeah.
Like, we need tutorials slightly above the level of no tutorials. But I think a bit more sort of mass media appeal would definitely help. I remember hearing that the Monster Hunter producer was approached as to whether or not they could have a Monster Hunter character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And that guy said no. And I don't know why he said no, because like that game's pretty popular.
Bracky
with,
for Smash 4.
Yeah. I think the Hunter would definitely make a good fighting game character, because like
I think Bracky would make a good fighting game character.
yeah, that's true. Bracky could be the level 5 hyper or the level 3 hyper. But there's like 12 weapons, and fighting game characters usually have a load of normals and a load of specials. And if you would probably play very similar to Arthur, who just goes through a lot of different weapons when he's playing, but they wouldn't all be ranged. But I don't see any reason why Monster Hunter can't have more crossovers with stuff outside of its appeal. And actually, it did bizarrely
Gear.
cross over with Metal Gear. Yeah, I thought that was a ton of
Feeling.
fun. Thank you. I haven't played that game other than the Tigrex and Rathalos quests, but I did do those on my friend's file, and I'm about to die. So
No!
You should do
No!
not that.
Oh, okay. I think I'm all right. Yeah, he's
Really?
just. Cute. But yeah, I think it mostly hinges on the beginning of the game. Oh, he's tired.
Yeah! He's tired?
I'm gonna
I got a
pitfall.
pitfall. Oh, you got
I
it?
got a pitfall. I'm pitfalling. It's the magic of sword and shield. Use pitfall with my weapon out. Yeah.
I see how it is. You guys helped me get the tail this time. Trying to make up for past transgressions, are we?
Like,
Can you get
the
the pitfall
tag.
when it's underground?
No, but when he was knocked over.
Oh, okay.
Also, I got to use the word transgressions, so hooray for today.
Sorry.
You get one good word a day of recording.
I know, it's excellent. I love getting to use good words.
Ooh, I got a glowing slime.
Nice.
That's a very expensive car for the level of quest that we're on.
All right. So, next question from Caramon. Any thoughts on a new monster that Capcom could introduce in a future game?
I guess they could introduce Bracky to Smash 4.
Yeah!
I'll let you, I really like the Monster Hunter designs. I have confidence, like, as much as I give Capcom crap for
Shock
being
trap.
terrible, being terrible at doing tutorials, because they're not just terrible at doing tutorials in Monster Hunter, they're terrible at doing tutorials in Street Fighter too. They're just pretty bad at explaining themselves. But they do have good creature design and like good character design.
The creature design in this game is phenomenal.
Yeah, like I imagine this guy that we're fighting now is some sort of like weird evolution of a beetle, because that's what his armor and like his carapace looks like to me. So I don't know what I'd want in a new game, but I'm confident that Capcom would do a good one.
Scuba Joe. We need Scuba Joe.
Scuba Joe!
Oh, an underwater Devil Joe. Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. Some sort of Devil Joe subspecies that just has a scuba mask.
Yep, exactly.
And the quest can be
And
called...
a snorkel for when he's up close to the surface.
Yeah, the quest can be called Now Nowhere is Safe.
Fight Scuba Joe in the undersea ruins where you fight Sea Days. No escape.
He's just running around on the bottom of the ocean floor, looking sad.
Alright. So, question number 5. Any thoughts on a new weapon type for a future Monster Hunter?
Oh, we did talk about this, yes. One thing that I think is...
Judge, no!
Oh no! Also me, no. I'm gonna life powder if I'm not dead.
Also Rock No.
Everyone like
Everyone
powder.
But Stash.
There we go.
Thank you.
There you go.
One weapon I think is quite cool, and I know it's not a new weapon, but I think the bow is interesting because it's like a halfway point between the bow guns, which are like the pure ranged weapons, and the melee weapons. Since bow works off of stamina, and you can use it without coatings, and also bow shots can have innate element. So I think a melee weapon that is a bit more rangy. One thing I think it was Rock's idea, which was lost to the annals of time, was a chain weapon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've been thinking about a bit more in the jump cut away from that conversation, and I think it would be really cool if there was a melee weapon that it had like a minimum range requirement, so that you actually can't hit monsters up close with it, that you need to be a certain distance away. And I was thinking as well that you could like modify the chain, like you could call it the ninja chain, and then you could modify that either there's like a bludgeon at the end that deals blunt damage, or like a ninja sickle which would deal cutting damage.
Oh nice.
And,
Oh yeah, or like a heavy
Bludgeon in the
chain.
end, that'd be like a flail.
Oh,
yeah. I think that would be fun, and then it would work like a melee weapon. Like you'd have to sharpen it, and it would have its own innate element or status. But I don't know, like to be balanced, would you have to wear gunner armor to wear it if you could fight from far away? But I think a melee weapon that is kind of like somewhere between bows and bowguns would be cool.
Turn
And I hear there's
into
new...
a full weapon.
Yeah. And I hear that there's new weapons in the new Monster Hunter.
Are you giving me permission?
No, I am not. Permission revoked, son. Permission revoked.
Permission revoked.
Okay.
I don't know what those are like, but I'm looking forward to trying them out.
They're both
as a unique experience, and not having Red ruin them for me and everyone else listening.
All I'm gonna say is they're both fun, but one
That's
is more
good.
fun than the other.
Nice cover, Rock. So yeah, I think that
my new main.
I think I will probably, when Monster Hunter 4 comes out, as long as those weapons are immediately accessible, I will try to play it exclusively using those two. And if any weapons have gone under like massive redesigns, I'll try those out as well. But I burned my way through 3 Ultimate using the Lance because I'm best with the Lance, and I really wanted to get to the volcano to make sure I wasn't on a cursed charm table.
You could have tested with the fishing fleet.
Yes, the fishing fleet program had not been made, and the fishing fleet website
The
was
fishing fleet program had been made when I was doing mine, and that was on day 1. I feel like my facts are accurate. You just needed to use the Japanese one back then.
Failure.
Okay. Well, that's different then.
Yeah.
Not all of us are playing import games. I like to wait for a native language.
Yeah.
So that was why I burned through the game, was specifically because the fishing fleet website was down, but the program to check your charms wasn't. So I needed to quickly progress through the game to get charms.
Alrighty.
Oh, I need to throw away an item so I can combine a life powder.
Judge to live.
I'm on my way. Hang in there, team.
It's alright, you're still the only one of us to die here.
It's actually funny, Rock. As soon as you died, the Brachydios stopped attacking us. He put on a top hat and he started singing "Hello, My Baby."
Yeah.
So if you can get back in
He's
here,
still doing it now.
Oh man, no!
Get the footage.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. He's doing all of it.
All of it.
He's so
He's even got a
graceful.
little cane that he's twirling around.
I love this song.
I know, it's just
Oh man, I am
like-
going to get my revenge on this Bracky.
It's especially great when things sing it that you wouldn't ordinarily think could sing it, like brackies and frogs.
I don't know, Red. Have we made too much of an old man reference?
No.
The kids these days with their video games
Not
and
at
their
all.
rock music understand. Bracky, don't
some
do-
of them might, but hey.
No,
Here's
no,
Bracky.
no.
Oh, okay.
Heal, 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 heal,
Oh,
heal,
he
heal, heal.
stopped.
I'm healing just to be
doing it.
safe.
Thank you.
Rock, it's really a shame you missed that. He was doing it the
Aw,
whole
he
time.
stopped. Aw.
Yep.
Do it again, Bracky! Oh no.
Now he's just pretending like nothing happened, acting like he's
not
just a normal
cool.
bracky. Alright, anyway, next question. Do you think weapons like the Glutton's tools have a place in Monster Hunter? If yes, should they be given more power so that more people would want to use them? If no, then why?
They definitely have a place at the canteen table.
Oh yeah, showing them off.
Yeah. I don't know, should joke weapons have too much utility? Because what do we got? Like the Master Kettle Blower is one of the better weapons in this game.
That rapid fire pellet.
Yeah. If you, I feel like if you want to use a joke weapon, like you should go all in on using the joke weapon and not necessarily worry about utility. And wow, that did an awful lot of damage to me.
Go away, Bracky.
I'm gonna life powder just.
I would
for,
also like to express my profound disappointment that the Glutton's tools become the deep shake fry breakers. It's just like, why go from a fork and knife to a ladle and spatula?
That is very strange how they did that.
I think it should be the other way around. Like, go to something that could actually be used more as a weapon, and that also looks cooler to hit monsters with. Like, hitting a monster with a ladle and spatula, you lose the whole "I'm going to eat this thing" vibe.
Yeah, I think those could have maybe been kept for two different weapon chains, because
Yeah.
whether you want the specificity of the knife and fork, or just the sort of bigger picture meal with the ladle. I mean, you should have had that option.
Yeah.
He got out of rage if I could place a shock trap. Oh no, 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 no.
Alrighty. So, next question. Are you the type of person that eats for the right food skills, brings the might pills, stacks all the right stuff to max out your power on the quest? Or do you go on the quest knowing that you will beat the monster with anything you wear and any weapon you bring? How does this relate to your real life?
It's actually funny because me and Red had a fairly lengthy inventory discussion just off of camera before we recorded this.
Discussing what to bring. He was asking how I was bringing everything I was bringing and still having space, and it turned out because I don't bring some of the stuff that he brings to like every quest. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually fully prepared for any quest with the assumption. Well, not the assumption. I'm prepared for the possibility that I'll die twice, because I do solo most of the quests myself, and I don't know if you guys notice, but when I tend to get cocky and I think I'll be fine, that's usually when I die. Let me just life powder there.
Nice.
Thank you.
As evidenced by earlier in this podcast. So I always usually bring like all the armor charms, all the power talons, 2 demon drugs, 3 armor skins, 2 max potions, and I do eat for the appropriate food buffs. So yeah, I'm absolutely someone who's over-prepared, and I'm usually at the end of a quest having only used like 1 or 2 potions, and then I need to throw away like, my shock traps and my farcasters so I can actually carve.
I
'Cause
usually
just
get
came
rid of my
over-prepared.
hot drinks and cool drinks first if I'm not a place that uses them. I just bring them all the time because, hey, I don't want to forget.
I usually ignore hot drinks and just I bring my dash juices and my mega dash juices. I'm a big fan of infinite stamina.
Oh, well, yeah. I actually haven't been using many
Yeah.
hot drinks recently because I'm too cool for them.
I heard that.
School.
I hear you there, Dave. I'm a fan of the infinite stamina too. Okay.
Yeah.
I am too on quests like this.
Any situation where you could either he's drooling.
Shock
I have
trapping.
I'll keep my last shock trap
Oh
for the
no!
capture.
Yeah,
Just
I'm keeping a pit.
Can someone flash him? Or, oh god!
Okay, let me flash him.
Woo!
Whoa, Judge, we didn't need to see that.
Oh no! Yeah! Oh, sorry, Judge.
So
Stayed
yeah,
up so long.
I do usually bring like as close to full items as possible, and I do eat for whatever the appropriate food buff is. So in this particular quest, I have status attack +2 and feline specialist.
Nice.
So I'm
Keep that
hopefully
guy
applying all of the poisons.
Yeah!
Oh, look at that! A para when I'm way over here and his tail is in a wall.
Oh, goodness!
We got you covered, Red. We got you covered.
But his tail isn't completely in a wall. Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
So why do you guys hate me so much? That's a question from me.
For me, it's got to be the Monster Hunter 4 spawners.
Okay.
Pitfalling.
I get it.
No!
I don't just mean now. Like, I'm gonna listen to later episodes of this podcast, and like, you're on notice, Red. You're on notice.
Okay. No promises.
I mean, you can absolutely spoil Monster Hunter 4 if you want to. I'll just stop listening.
Okay. I'll start spoiling now.
I have to hand it to you that tactically that is the correct move.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, no.
So, we've only got one more question from a user in here. And that is from Gondor again.
Gondor.
Yeah,
Hello,
Gondor,
Gondor.
the person who wanted to ask questions so much they made 2 posts instead of editing.
Mmm.
And still only had 1 question per post.
She's like 3 questions under the limit.
It
Healing.
sure is. Blammo.
Oh! Good thing I did that heal.
And I followed it up as well. Alright, so Gondor's question. So, Uncle DeadeyeDave, how did you get into playing this awesome game? And do you play any other Capcom games?
Oh, it's a good question. I got into playing this because I heard a lot about Monster Hunter Tri during the big sort of marketing push that was going on for that.
Yeah, that they actually did for that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And when it was out as a new game, it was obviously priced as a new game. And a lot of the bundles here in Ireland were like with the Classic Controller Pro and a little statuette of one of the monsters. I think
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Quest complete.
Lead.
Or,
damn
as
it, guys.
I would
Judge,
say if I
no,
was an SCB, job finished.
Yeah, bitch.
Do you need a heal, Judge? Need a heal?
He's way far away from
So,
the track.
Oh, I'm covering my ears. Ain't no healing anymore. Oh, I gotta combine more life crystals to combine more life matters. I'll do that mid-combat, because I'm the best.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't make you the
crap.
best. I've already done
Oh
that.
crap, my fingers.
What makes you the best is prancing on this tail right here. Is what I'm doing. Yeah, look at this.
Watch out!
No, I'm not watching out. I'm prancing on this tail. Okay, I should have watched out.
Oh!
I was thinking I was just out of range of that.
I'm gonna heal you, Red, but I'm healing you like, against my better judgment.
I could have healed myself.
Oh! Woof!
See, this is the problem I was talking about. I have a full inventory. Do I really want this tail curve? So we'll see what it is.
Is it a pallium?
It's a tail. I'm okay.
Then no, you don't want that tail carve.
This guy is not dead yet.
No, he's not. But hey, we're doing well. All right, so yeah.
Oh yeah,
so-
sorry. I was distracted by you prancing.
And the tail getting cut.
It was just the prancing. The tail wasn't that impressive. So the Monster Hunter packs here were quite expensive, and I didn't know if I liked the game, so I wasn't quite sure I wanted to commit that much money healing. So at the same time, I noticed that Monster Hunter Freedom Unite was on sale for $9.99 on the PSP, and I also had that, so I thought I'd check out the game that way.
At that time of recording, it's currently $0 on PSP if you have PlayStation Plus.
Sorry, Judge.
Oh yeah, actually, that's something that happened in the meantime between recordings. So I played that, and I got pretty far into it without figuring out any of the armor skill or tutorial mechanics that I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think it was Mr. Tigrex who shut me down. Because
That's because he does that to literally everyone.
yeah, so I wasn't able to get past Tigrex without figuring out armor skills, and it was at that point that I figured out the guard skills and lancing, and then a lifelong friendship was formed between me and an inanimate stick-shaped object.
Those are always the best kind.
Yeah, and then after that,
With the ladies.
giggity. And then after that, I did buy Try, and I got the, I'm not sure was it like a blind box, but I got the one that had the little Rathalos head in it.
Nice.
I think my friend has the one with the Legagrus head.
I want
Yeah.
that. Make him give it to me.
Yeah. you could meet that monster.
I have met that monster. I want to have
You
it
could meet him in
disembodied.
person.
I've got two Laggy Acros figures sitting on my shelf that I'm looking at right now. I got the Abyssal Laggy and the regular Laggy from the figure builder.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
No! Oh.
I want that Laggy head, and I also want the Ivory Laggy because yes. Well, yeah.
I want
So-
this
So
Rocky.
yeah. You got that Rathalos head, and that sounds pretty cool.
yeah, and I really liked the kind of rebooty nature of Try. I liked a lot of the new mechanics they did.
Oh yeah, Try was such a huge improvement from the mechanics of Freedom Unite.
And you can imagine my reaction as well, like having already forged a deep and lasting friendship with the Lance, to discover that it now had a counter move. And I mean, at first when I was using it, because I don't know if you can tell, I don't tend to look up anything about a game until I'm pretty far into it, because I don't like spoiling myself.
Or until Red spoils it for you.
Yeah, well, I preface that with I don't like to, so my sentence still stands. At first, I thought it was like a charge attack, like with the greatsword, and it wasn't like until playing and accidentally getting hit by a monster while charging up my attack that I realized it was actually a counter.
Nice.
And at that point, Try was done. I mean, I tore that game apart. It was a lot of fun, though. I really liked the new monsters and the way it sort of redid some of the weapons. I thought it was strange how they took stuff out, but
Another
I guess
quick question from me here. Would anyone like to get the Bracky away from that super thin place? I would. That's why he's here. But
No,
he's
man,
going
it's-
back there because
Oh,
you guys are jerks.
Oh,
Let's do it live.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yes.
Oh, I can heal you. There it is.
All right. So what about the
Yay.
other side of that question that Gondor asked? Do you play any other Capcom games?
Yes, I briefly alluded to it earlier, but I am a huge Street Fighter fan. I play a lot of Street Fighter 4, and there's a pretty good tournament scene in Dublin for like competitive fighting games.
Nice.
And I play a lot of that. So I play DJ in Street Fighter 4, who is one of the worst characters in that game.
Yeah, you
Possibly
play DJ
ever.
because someone has to.
Yeah, well, I play DJ initially. Like I pick characters in fighting games for the worst reasons. So I just kind of liked his like sunny optimism. He's the only person who's not in it to like avenge a death or kill someone. He's just in it for the rhythm, in it for the funk, and I appreciated that. So I picked him up for that reason. And it turns out later that he's pretty terrible.
All right, and here's a question for you. With Edition Select, which version of a DJ are you going to play?
I'm absolutely going to use the Ultra version of DJ, because DJ started off terribly, and he got a pretty bad nerf in AE, and they revoked some of those nerfs in 2012. It would definitely be between the Ultra version of DJ and the Super version of DJ. 1 second, I gotta go to my heal judge quickie. Oh no, I got hit by a geezer.
Those are called fumaroles, sir.
The max potion.
Okay,
Fumarole.
cool.
Another good word.
But the Super version of DJ, this is really boring if you don't know anything about Street Fighter, but the Super version of DJ, his light kick Sobat was throw invincible. So if you did a light kick Sobat at like Zangief, and Zangief went to do the super throw would miss and you would just kick him out of it. So he lost that in AE and he never got that back. So that would be sweet, but I mean, I'm happy with, easy knee shot DJ in Ultra with ridiculous range Ultra 1, easier to do Ultra 2, and my favorite thing ever, which is the scumbag chip kill, which is crouching light kick Sobat, super into Ultra 1, which deals like 200 damage if they block. And that is my favorite thing to do, because DJ is the only person who can do that.
Very nice.
And if you want to look up any footage of me playing Street Fighter,
You were too late.
I also go by DeadeyeDave on that. So if you look up DeadeyeDave DJ, there's like a bunch of footage of me commentating and of me playing, and usually it's footage of me losing because I'm pretty bad. And if there's a recorded match of me, it means I got to top 16, and if I got that far, I'm going out pretty quickly.
Speaking of you losing, don't do it. We need
Oh,
to
no.
win this quest.
Yes, Red, I will try and relax my fainting.
Yes.
Actually, I got no stamina, so
we
hopefully
need
this
you
one.
to stop triple carding.
Oh no! Oh, thank God. I'm gonna pop outside for a second like a brave warrior. I'm gonna refresh my Mega Dash juice.
All right. So it sounded like things were just going swimmingly in there.
Yes, I swam through a sea of explosions and I did not get wet.
So it's just the fighting games from Capcom that you also play, or anything else?
What else I play? I like the Resident Evil games, even though I've only played Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil Revelations on 3DS.
You gotta get the GameCube remake. It is the definitive Resident Evil game.
Yes, I remember.
I actually own that.
Then
I
you
own that
gotta
on the-
play it.
I also own Resident Evil 4. I hear that's pretty good too.
It is. That was the first game that I played through more than 10 times. I'm currently sitting at, I think, 21 playthroughs of it, and I can tell you what is in almost every box in that game when I see it.
Holy cow. Why would you want to play a game that many times?
Because it's fun.
Fair enough.
Currently,
That's
my
your-
most played
that's your
game
answer
is
for
Metroid
everything.
Zero Mission, but that one you can finish a playthrough in 20 minutes. So
Oh, Zero Mission's good actually. I enjoy that. It's not a Capcom game.
no, it is not, but still, I love it.
Crazy.
But yeah,
Hey,
Phoenix
oh,
Wright.
no.
Do you play those?
Oh, Renopolis. Oh yes, I've actually beaten all of the Phoenix Wrights except for
Those
the
are fantastic, and I loved it.
the new 3DS one. I haven't gotten that. I was going to pick it up on sale, but I was unfortunately out of the country when it was on sale, so I had to, I couldn't pick that up.
Yeah,
So-
I've gotten that one. I haven't played through more than the first chapter yet, though.
I maybe played one of those games.
Judge, you need to fix that, and also your health. I will help
Uh,
with that part.
I think I'm out of life powders,
I'm
so I don't think I
not
can help.
there. 2 of them.
I quite like Mega Man, even though Mega Man's not really like a cultural thing in Europe. I think he's much more of like an American sweetheart. But I played Mega Man 1.
Oh
the-
no!
What about 2?
I did not play 2. I hear that's the best. But
It is.
I also played X and 9.
X is even more the best.
Yeah, yeah, I have heard that too, in those exact words. And I really like Mega Man 9. I actually spent
my
most of the first. Don't do it, Judge!
Stop it!
Don't do it, Judge! Oh, can I combine more stuff?
Of course he's coming after me.
Judge,
That's
bravely
his-
run away!
Bravely default on the combat.
How much
Yeah, I see what you did there.
have, man?
Alright, so here's a question that nobody asked again. Why do we always get people who are asking, like, questions that are meaningful? Favorite monsters, go! Not counting Joe, because we already know that.
I really like Tigrex. Tigrex was my introduction into armor skills. Who else did I like? I generally dislike if I can give a. Oh my god!
Yes!
Yes!
Whoa!
Face, Bracky!
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even capture him.
Yes!
Yes!
Bracky,
Time
son!
on the podcast.
In your face!
And we did it on the podcast, thus satisfying that request that we got way back when
Oh,
for
man.
someone asking, if Rock could whip us into shape to do this. Rock didn't need to whip us into shape. We did this.
Bracky, why can you not get on our level?
Oh man, Jesus!
In
Wow.
your face! Monster Hunter Monday stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just like to say, though, that on the subject of Tigrex, one of my favorite parts about him is that, you've got your Nyanracuga, which is all about being swift and whatnot, and you've got Barioth, who's another monster, the same body shape, who's all about being swift and whatnot. And then you've got Tigrex, who, same body shape as those two, but it's a wildly different fight, and even his movements are all just... They're clearly...
Yeah.
He moves based on his power, not speed or agility or anything. Even when he's just running forward, it's clearly that he's using his power to drive him. I really like that. He's fast,
Yeah.
but it comes from power, not from just agility or speed.
I definitely like any monster that can punch the ground open palmed and like send it flying at you.
Yeah, I would like to point out now that I got all of 6 things in my reward screen.
And
Very
I got
I got a Crown of Glory, 2 Brack Cortexes, a Rare Scarab, an Eltalite Ore, and a Brack Pallium, which is nice, but I got 6 things in my entire reward screen.
I got loads.
something, so-
And thanks to this quest being an automatically Gold Large Bracky, I got my Gold Large Bracky finally!
Oh Lord!
It only took more than 90 Brackies.
Oh, is that a gold large Bracky? Man, you should have come and got me earlier. I could have helped you out with that.
But we failed it when we did that on the lost footage.
Well, yeah, I disconnected, obviously.
The lost
yeah,
footage
that's right.
remained lost. Oh yeah, trust true, DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, once I was gone.
Explain what happened there, because it was quite special.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened. I disconnected, and then these 3 guys, they were well done.
Okay, I was trying to say more, explain what happened with the whole disconnection thing.
Oh, I don't know. I think like an elemental god of lightning attacked my internet service provider, and just everything
Nice.
stopped.
Your internet just decided no.
Yeah. So I got disconnected from Monster Hunter. I got disconnected from Skype. The Wii U froze. Just everything was terrible.
Alright, and we are back after that wildly successful Super Bracky.
Incredibly successful Super Bracky, I might add. Yeah!
You could say super successful.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
clashing fists, more like crashing to the ground fists.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
like
Bracky.
worked. Alright, so Dave, give us the story of how you disconnected last time. I believe it was something about the gods of the internet deciding that you weren't allowed.
Yeah, it was really surprising because I have no internet issues where I live because I live in a capital city and I am well serviced by good quality broadband. But on that night, just the internet just went out completely. I got disconnected from the Skype call. The Wii U froze. I was disconnected from our Clashing Fists run, and then without me, the rest of these guys they were just well done.
Yeah, we actually abandoned because there had already been 2 faints. I think like both.
I
you or
didn't want to
something.
abandon. I wanted to keep going, but
I did not faint in a single Clashing Fists run. I saved that for the easy quests.
Yep.
Give me a mini boss, and I'll die to him instead.
Alright, well, we have to wrap this up now. We'd like to thank Dave for coming back to re-record this after the lords of audio recording decided to consume our last bit of data as a sacrifice or something.
yeah.
Yes, hopefully this recording is safe and sound.
So,
Hopefully.
let's see this off. I think we should all be dancing here just to celebrate that Bracky and celebrate
Oh.
Dave coming back for all this.
Dancing
Oh,
or
yeah.
prancing?
Well, yeah, let's get out and prance somewhere. We don't need
Yeah!
this table. Can't prance at the table.
Screw you, table!
Tables for eating steaks. Right here, we're going to
Okay.
party. Oh,
I
Don't
should
wanna
probably be in shot.
And
Yeah.
while we're getting this prance going,
yeah,
would
prance
you
in the
say
pants.
our catchphrase for us, Dave? Judge, what are you doing?
That's not Prince, Judge.
Judge, you are a terrible person. All right, so that catchphrase, Sir Dave.
Yes, Dave.
Thanks everyone for having me. And remember, when you're consuming your podcasts, if it's not well done, it's burnt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
again, Dave, and goodbye, people.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.